Our industry is unlike any other professional community. It's got everything. It's got creativity. It's got working with your hands. Food and beverage is our medium, but our real job is developing young people. And it turns out that if you dedicate your career to that, you develop into someone really good too.
Even as a young person, my parents knew how trustworthy she was. That's a great word for Wiley, is trustworthy.
When I was a kid, I really liked working backstage plays, in junior high and high school. And the first time I worked in the kitchen, I felt like that's what this is like. Okay, it's 5 o'clock, we're open. Here comes the first order, the play is starting. I was the oldest kid, so I had to cook while my mom worked. Liz and I, we went to the Winds Café. It was full of all these women in the kitchen. And I saw this one really cute girl. She had a chef coat on, and I'd never seen a woman in a chef's coat. And I just thought, I want to move here and I want to work here.
Within a couple weeks, she had moved here. When we met, we were both on fire for food. We were around other people that were as well. We were working with other women in small kitchens, learning as much as we can.
First, I went to San Francisco. There were so many women chefs out there who were the ones who created the structure and the food and the foundation of the way American cooking is now, that it was a great environment for a young woman chef, cook who wanted to be a chef to be in. It was great. I met this guy who learned how to make knives in Japan. I learned how to sharpen knives from him because I was very unhappy with the way knives were being sharpened by these grinder machines that made it fast, but they ruined good blades, I had my hand honing stones, Japanese honing stones, and I just drove around San Francisco during the day and sharpened knives, did about 80 a day, 4 or 5 days a week, and then I cooked on the weekends in the evening. But that was really fun because I could go into the restaurants, the fancy, amazing, well-known restaurants that I was too afraid to apply to, and I could look around and I could get to know people, going into the kitchen of Judy Rogers, going into the kitchen of Joyce Goldstein, my heroes today.
We both cook very grounded food that I think is really accessible to people.
I've never really even eaten in a true fancy restaurant. I've read about them. It's not really my style. I'd say my style is much more domestic than chefy, meaning I like everyday food made the best you can make it. I think we have the best sandwiches in the world. I challenge anyone to make a better sandwich because a lot of sandwiches have way too much shit on them.
Wiley is 100% all the time. She's fiery about what she does, but always she's got your back. And anybody that has worked at the Winds with her or Meadowlark or 𝗟𝗏𝗄𝗃, they have felt that love and that support.
I think for any small business owner, it's hard to peel yourself away, and especially if you're in our industry, But, I cook at home. Instead of talking to Liz 10 times a day, I talk to her about once a day.
I can't express enough the legacy that she's left all over this part of the country. When I walk into 𝗟𝗏𝗃𝗃 in the middle of the night and I turn the lights on, it's a great gift. But there would have been no 𝗟𝗏𝗃𝗃 without Wiley. It's been the longest friendship I've had in my life, and it's been the best friendship.
As a person who cares about cooking for people and hospitality, it's a whole life that I wouldn't trade it for anything.